Everyone, good evening. Welcome along. It is Saturday, the 26th of June. Hope you're all well. I hope you're all having a great weekend so far. While you're watching this, I'll just think 3:30, 4:15, 5. Yeah, I'll probably be on the M6 by about now. On my way back from London from an event with Gary Jenkins, who helped me write the Quizmaster. So we've been doing a bit of a festival that he sort of co-runs and stuff. So I've been down there doing a quiz at this moment in time. I have no idea how it went. I might have seen some of you lovely people. Who knows? But yes, I hope you're having a great weekend. I just want to pick up on something from Thursday night's quiz. I saw a few sort of. I've not had a chance really to go through the social stuff properly yet, and the debate, which I don't think it got into a big debate. Very disappointed by that. But anyway, yeah. So one of the things a lot of people were a bit confused about with the connection round, and if you've not watched Thursday's quiz, apologies for the spoiler alert. But a lot of you were trying to work out where bin lid fit into it all. So bin lid, it seems a lot of those were regional variations basically, but bin lid is basically it's huge. It's like a massive, massive bread roll. You can get them around here in Lancashire and Darwin. I know you can get them over in Liverpool and stuff. But it's basically a bread roll that you tend to see at breakfast time. You order a bin lid, and it's full. Sausage, bacon, hash browns, whatever you want in it. Basically, you can have whatever you want. You don't really see them in the supermarkets, but you can get them sort of, in that way, shape, or form. But yeah, they're huge, massive, massive things. So that's how bin lid fit into it anyway for you. Right, I think that's about time as well. Let's get straight into it. Welcome along again. It is Saturday, the 22nd of June. Thank you for joining this evening. So, yeah, 50 questions then, as always, in front of us. Yeah, let's get straight in. Let's kick it off with entertainment then for you. And question number one. In which TV show was Ben Miller the first detective inspector on the island of San Marie? Just making sure my phone is on silent. It is. That is good. I don't know why I went German with that. I really don't. Number two, in which musical would you find one lat? There we go. Mark your bingo cards off. Question number two is where Jay has already made a mistake. Thought I might have at least got to like round 4 or something tonight. It's not. That's why, because it's not even. There's an extra space in there as well. There you go. One last time. The story of tonight and Washington on your side. So, in which musical would you find one last time the story of tonight and Washington on your side? Now I can't get rid of. There we go. Sorted. Number three, in which a 2023 film did Emma Stone portray Bella Baxter? Did very well at the Oscars, I think, if I remember rightly. This year's Oscars. In which 2023 film did Emma Stone portray Bella Baxter? Number four, name the singer from the picture. Number five, Back in the Habit is the tagline to which 1993 film? So, Back in the Habit is the tagline to which 1993 film? Number six. Sorry, I thought I numbered them wrong there for some reason. Number six, name the TV show from this picture. So name the TV show from this picture. Number 7. Complete the title of the song by the Bluebells. Young at what? I didn't realise that Bananarama did the original to this, but there you go. But complete the title of the song by the Bluebells. Young at what? Number 8. The Thick of It was a comedy series focusing on the inner workings of British what? Was it government, factory workers, or train drivers? So The Thick of It was a comedy series focusing on the inner workings of British what? Was it government, factory workers, or train drivers? Number 9, Ride or Die was the recently released film in which movie franchise? I had this debate with someone the other day. When does a movie series become a franchise? Because obviously you've got movie, then sequel, then trilogy. Is it when it hits 4 it becomes a franchise? Because I'm very baffled by that. Because like Harry Potter's always described as like the individual Harry Potter, they're described as the Harry Potter series. When does it become a franchise? Like the Minions is, the Minions I think are up to 4, or the Despicable Me films are up to 4. But is that classed as a movie franchise? See, these are the things that keep me up at night. Number 10, Living on My Own was the only solo number 1 for which singer? So Living on My Own was the only solo number 1 for which singer?
Someone is at the front door.
That'll be my dinner. Sarah's downstairs, she can get it. Right, on to Science and Nature, round 2. That's turned up a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. It was supposed to be in another sort of 40 minutes. But anyway, Science and Nature, round 2, number 1. How many valves does a human heart have? So how many valves does a human heart have? Number 2, used to power. Oh, excuse me. Try that again. Used to power nuclear reactors. Which chemical element? Which chemical element? Which chemical element has the atomic number 94? So good, I had to say it twice. Used to power nuclear reactors. Which chemical element has the atomic number of 94? Number 3, copper and zinc alloyed together make what? So copper and zinc alloyed together make what? Number 4, what T is the larval stage in the biological life cycle of an amphibian? So what T is the larval stage in the biological life cycle of an amphibian? Number 5, what B is the name of a scientific instrument used to measure air pressure? So what B is the name of a scientific instrument used to measure air pressure? Number 6, what is the name of a baby kangaroo? So what is the name of a baby kangaroo? Number 7, gingivitis is the inflammation of which body part? So gingivitis is the inflammation of which body part? And number 8, what insect lives in a formicary? So what insect lives in a formicary? And number 9, what does the R stand for in the MMR vaccination? So what does the R stand for in the MMR vaccination? And finally, when it wants to work, number 10, rhinitis. Rhinitis. Boobity boppity boo. Affects which part of the body? So what it says there on the screen, rhinitis, boobidus, bobbidus, bibbity bobbity boo. Affects which part of the body? It wouldn't be Saturday without some blockbuster style questions, so let's take you into these. Starting with this, number 1. What FW sounds at the end of a football match? So what FW sounds at the end of a football match? Number 2, what CS was a traditional place for buying newspapers, etc.? So what CS was a traditional place for buying newspapers, etc.? Number 3, what TM are words sent from phone to phone? So what TM are words sent from phone to phone? Number 4, what PB is a seating place in a communal area? So what PB is a seating place in a communal area? Number 5, what ST is something you may want to get if you can't make it to a beach in hot weather? So what ST is something you may want to get if you can't make it to a beach in hot weather? Some of you are going to put something else and it's going to be wrong. Read the question. Oops. Number 6, what CD is the Latin phrase to seize the day? So what CD is the Latin phrase to seize the day? Number 7, what RC is traditionally laid for important people to walk on at events? So what RC is traditionally laid for important people to walk on at events? Number 8, what BS are usually heard behind a lead vocalist? So what BS are usually heard behind a lead vocalist? Number 9, what CAV is the French classic chicken casserole? So what CAV is a classic French a French classic chicken casserole? Ah, the chicken casserole. Ah, yes, oui, oui. Well, not oui, oui, because then that wouldn't. No. Number 10. What SOF is what SOF is variety said to be? So what SOF is variety said to be? There you go, then. That's your first 30 questions all done for you. They are up on the hub now. If you scan that QR code, I've seen a couple of people saying, is there any way to get them not on a QR code? Unfortunately, not at the minute. Once I get the new hub up and running, then it will be a lot easier because basically you'll go to the new hub and in each quiz you'll be given a unique code. So you'll land on it, put the unique code in, and away you go, and you can get into it. But until I get that up and running, which is just a few other things I need to sort out with it. But until I get that up and running, unfortunately, no, this is the only way. Because I can put them on the website, and then people will just go on like a Saturday morning, get all the answers, get all the questions, get all the answers, and claim to get 50 out of 50. That's not really in the spirit of it. So for now, it is on the QR code. But yeah, when I've got the new hub up and running, it will be a lot simpler. So for your first break, let me set everything up. That needs to go off, that needs to go on, that needs to go on. So for your first break, another Only Connect style grid. I've got something very, very different for you for the final break, but we'll come to that in a bit. But for your first break, put these 16 words into 4 groups of 4 sets of connecting words, and I'll see you in 7 minutes. Right, I'll put these into some semblance of order for you in just a moment's time. Back to usual for the next few weeks, as far as I'm aware, unless anything suddenly last minute comes up. It just seems to be that way at the moment. The things just suddenly appear. Like Thursday night, I was very privileged to be hosting a Q&A, but I got to watch a very, 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 and when I know that it's for public release, I'll let you all know, but a very powerful film by a lady called Lorna Tucker, who also went through the connections back in 97, I think she was, when she was 14 years old. But she's put together a very powerful film around homelessness, which I was there for the screening of on Thursday night. But that came up, sort of last minute. So there's a lot of things that do sort of pop up last minute at the moment. But the plan is to be normal service live on Thursday and Saturday for the next few weeks after tonight. So back to normal. For now, let's put these in order in 3, 2, 1. There we go. So your first four then, you've got Pre, Slam, Master, and National, which are all Grand. So Grand Prix, Grand Slam, Grand Master, Grand National. Do you know, at this point, I may not even know who's on pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix because I will have been too busy with this literary festival and I will probably have forgotten and not looked at my phone. So you'll know better than I do. Your next lot, Maitre, Maestro, Meister, and Domini. These are all language words for master. So Maitre is France, as in maitre d'. Maestro is Italian and Spanish. That thrashed my head when I put that in. Meister is German, and Domini is Latin. Little curveball I thought I'd put in there. Emoji, bonsai, honcho, and tycoon are Japanese origin words. And then your final four, Central District, Jubilee, and Victoria are all underground lines. So well done if you did well with those. So it still coming in a little while, connections and general knowledge. But if you want to grab your answer sheets, oh yeah, and something very different. I've not done this for your final break. This is a 1.1 hit wonder thing. You'll see what I mean when you get to it. But that's coming up in a little while. But before then, let's get your answer sheets and let's give you the answers to the first 30 questions this evening. We started with entertainment. In which TV show was Ben Miller the first detective inspector on the island of Saint Marie? It was Death in Paradise. Do you know, I didn't realise how many series there's been of these. I have not watched a single episode of Death in Paradise, and I know I'm probably going to get shouted at right now, but I've not seen it. Number 2, in which musical would you find One Last Time, The Story of Tonight, and Washington on Your Side? It's Hamilton. Again, I've not seen this either. Not very well sort of cultured with entertainment stuff at the minute. Number 3, in which 2023 film did Emma Stone portray Bella Baxter? I've also not seen this. It's Poor Things. Number 4, name the singer. I have heard this lady's songs. That's Diana Ross. Number 5, Back in the Habit is the tagline to which 1993 film? It's Sister Act. Number 6, name the TV show. That is American Dad. Number 7, complete the title of the song by the Bluebells. Young at Heart. Young at heart. You're so young at... Number 8, The Thick of It was a comedy series focusing on the inner workings of British government. Number 9, Ride or Die was the recently released film in which movie franchise? It's Bad Boys. I thought this was out in July. I didn't realise this came out at the beginning of June, so I need to go and watch this. But I've also got Deadpool's coming up as well, so I need to watch that. Quite a lot I need to catch up on. And finally, number 10, Living on My Own was the only solo number 1 singer, number 1 song for which singer it was Freddie Mercury. That surprised me, I'll be honest. I thought Freddie Mercury, because originally I was looking for his first solo number 1, and this was his only solo number 1. He's had number 1s with, I think Barcelona was number 1. Barcelona was a beautiful horizon. I don't know why I'm musical tonight. Science and nature number 1. How many valves does a human heart have? It is 4. Number 2, used to power nuclear reactors. Which chemical element has the atomic number of 94? It's plutonium. And number 3, copper and zinc alloyed together make brass. Number 4, what T is the larval stage in the biological life cycle of an amphibian? It is tadpole. Number 5, what B is the name of scientific instrument used to measure air pressure? It's a barometer. Number 6, what is the name of a baby kangaroo? It's a joey. Number 7, gingivitis is the inflammation of which body part? It's the gums. Number 8, what insect lives in a formicary? It is ant. That's the formicary is the big mound that they create above the top of their home. Number 9, what does the R stand for in the MMR vaccination? It's rubella. Measles, mumps, and rubella. And number 10, rhinitis affects which part of the body? It is nose. Runny nose, stuffy nose, rhinitis. Yeah. And blockbusters number 1, what FW sounds at the end of a football match? It's the final whistle. I think a lot of people were grateful for I didn't watch the game on Thursday, but I believe there were a lot of people who were grateful for the final whistle on Thursday. Second England game I've not watched because I've been working. I'll get to watch Tuesdays. Number 2, what CS was a traditional place for buying newspapers? It's corner shop. Number 3, what TM are words sent from phone to phone? It is text message. Number 4, what PB is a seating area in a communal seating place in a communal area? It's park bench. Oh, that's a good point. If you've put picnic bench, I'll give you that. I meant to change that and put picnic in as well. But yeah, if you put picnic bench, I'll give you that. But I was looking at park bench. Number 5, what ST is something you may want to get if you can't make it to a beach in hot weather? If you put suntan, you've not read the question right. What ST is something you may want to get if you can't make it to a beach in hot weather? Spray tan. If you put suntan, I'm not giving you it because you didn't read the question properly. But yeah, spray tan. Because then that way you can feel like you've been to the beach in hot weather. Number 6, what CD is the Latin phrase to seize the day? It's carpe diem. Number 7, what RC is traditionally laid for important people to walk on at events? It is red carpet. Number 8, what BS are usually heard behind a lead vocalist? It is backing singers. Number 9, what CAV is the French classic chicken casserole? It's coq au vin. And number 10, what SOF is variety said to be? It's the spice of life. Variety is the spice of life. Right, Toch, your scores up then. How are you getting on so far? 30 points available. And still to come, connections and general knowledge. Quite like your connection round tonight. But I like all the connection rounds. But that's because I know what the connection is. That's the kind of different thing between it. So I like connection rounds. I think that's enough time. Right, okay, let's do it. Push that one there. Okay, so as always, there are 4 connections. 9 questions. Question number 10. What links the 9 answers together? Not as controversial as Thursdays. Here we go. Number 1. AU is the chemical symbol for which element? I've got a funny feeling I'm going to flick the mouse down and it's going to give the answer. Let me just check. No, that's fine. AU is the chemical symbol for which element? Number 2, complete the title of a Taylor Swift song. What it off? Yeah. I didn't think that one through, did I? Complete the title of a Taylor Swift song. What it off? Stop giggling. It's not rude. Not anything. It's... Number 3, what F is to rest or move on the surface of a liquid without thinking? So what F is to rest or move on the surface of a liquid without sinking? Number 4, what term is used to describe the best ever and also the name of an animal? So what term is used to describe the best ever and also the name of an animal? Number 5, what is the name of the machine that picks winning premium bond numbers? So what is the name of the machine that picks winning premium bond numbers? Number 6, what unit of measure is equal to 1/8 a gallon? So what unit of measure is equal to 1/8 a gallon? Number 7, what eye is a very young offspring? So what eye is a very young offspring? And number 9, 2 halves make a what? Maths question and a very, very old dad joke. But 2 halves make a what? Number 9, Tilda is a popular brand of which foodstuff? So Tilda is a popular brand of which foodstuff? And as always, what links those answers together? What links those answers together? General knowledge then to wrap up your quiz this evening as always. 10 random questions. Starting with this, number 1. Iberia is the airline flag carrier for which nation? So Iberia is the airline flag carrier for which nation? Number 2, how is the German Officermeister better known? Officermeister. My German used to be really good. I got a C in German. I think I got a C in German in my GCSEs. So I used to do German really well. Officermeister is better known as what? Number 3, Pitcairn Islands are an overseas territory of which nation? So the Pitcairn Islands are an overseas territory of which nation? Number 4, bibliophobia is the fear of what? So bibliophobia is the fear of what? Number 5, how much do you have to pay for landing on the super tax space in the original Monopoly board games? I don't mean any of these fancy dancy, new versions. I mean the traditional Monopoly. How much do you have to pay for landing on the super tax space in the original Monopoly board games? Number 6, on which continent can you find Lake Titicaca? So on which continent can you find Lake Titicaca? Number 7, singultus is more commonly known as what? Is it hiccups, bleeding, or runny nose? Ah, I've just realised what I've done there. Never mind. Singultus is more commonly known as what? Is it hiccups, bleeding, or runny nose? Number 8, who was given instructions to build a vessel 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? So who was given instructions to build a vessel 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? Number 9, when wishing someone luck, particularly in entertainment, they are told to break what? So when wishing someone luck, particularly in entertainment, they are told to break what? And your final question tonight, number 10, the fashion brand D&G stands for Dolce and what? So the fashion brand D&G stands for Dolce and what? There we go. That is your final 20 questions this evening. The QR code on the left-hand side of your screen will take you straight to those final 20 if you need a recap on those, if you want to have a quick look through them while you are in the break, if you want to have any recap. Now, for your final break, I have created a puzzle. It is a logic puzzle, and all of the answers, it's all the information you need is on screen. It's not a trick. Everything you need is on screen. And all you have to do is solve the puzzle. Now, this is something I've created myself. I thought about this the other day. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was pre-recording Thursday's quiz, and something just sparked something in my brain, and I went, ooh, that could be quite a nice little puzzle idea. So if it exists already in the real world, I have no idea. But this is something that I put together. So it's just a 1 point for this. But can you solve the puzzle? And I'll see you in 7 minutes. There we go. Try that again. Okay, right. I will put the answer to this on the screen in just a moment. Have you worked it out? It is a number, by the way. It's not a rude word, just in case anyone was probably suggesting those, I can imagine, in our Discord server, Patreon Discord server. Right. So, the answer to this then, what would Quizmaster be? So, if J equals 0 and Flynn equals 50 and Quiz equals 1 and 5 equals 4, what would Quizmaster be? Oh, hang on. Let's move me down a bit. Okay, I can't move me down. What would Quizmaster equal? It'd be 1001. And the reason being, and I've highlighted them in each of the words, and you can't see the one underneath J, but there's nothing there anyway, so it doesn't matter. Flynn equals 50 because L in Roman numerals is 50. Quiz equals 1 because I equals 1. And 5, IV, just literally just grabbed a quick slice of garlic bread that I've got downstairs. And 5 equals 4. So IV is 4 in Roman numerals. So what would Quizmaster be? Well, I equals 1, M equals 1000, so you would have 1001. That is that. I don't know why I thought it was clever. You're probably sitting there cursing me right now or going, yeah, that was far too easy. You just, it could be either way, really, to be honest. But I thought it was clever. I like the idea, and that's why I did it. And partly because I'm still waiting to finish off your my drawings as well for you, which I did promise will be coming back over a number of weeks. So I thought it was clever. Anyway, right. Do you want to grab your answer sheets and we'll go through the final 20 questions for you in just a moment's time. Okay, let's do it. Push that button. So, your connection round answers then. 9 questions. Question 10. What link's the answer? Well done if you got the link to this, but here we go. Number 1. AU is the chemical symbol for which element? It is gold. Always believe in your soul. Number 2. Complete the title of a Taylor Swift song. Shake It Off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Number 3. What F is to rest or move on the surface of a liquid without sinking? It is float. Number 4, what term is used to describe the best ever and also the name of an animal? It is goat. Greatest of all time. Number 5, what is the name of the machine that picks winning premium bond numbers? It is Ernie. Now, if you didn't get that, you may well now be groaning at what the connection is, by the way. Number 6, what unit of measure is equal to 1/8 a gallon? It is a pint. A pint. Number 7, what eye is a very young offspring? It is infant. Number 8, 2 halves make a whole. Number 9, Tilda is a popular brand of which foodstuff? It is rice. And so what links them all together? When it comes up, there we go, milk. So you had things like milkshake, milk float, gold milk, the old gold tops, and including Ernie, fastest milkman in the West. That's why infant milk and stuff like that. I'll move on. But yeah, milk is your answer. General knowledge. Number 1, Iberia is the airline flag carrier for Spain. Number 2, how is the German Officermesser better known? It's a Swiss Army knife. Number 3, Pitcairn Islands are an overseas territory of the UK. Number 4, bibliophobia is the fear of books. Number 5, how much do you have to pay for landing on the super tax space in the original Monopoly board games? It's 100. Income tax is 200. That comes just after go, so you pass go, get your 200, land on income tax, and you lose it straight away. And number 6, on which continent would you find Lake Titicaca? It is South America. You'll also find a showgirl called Lola. It's near Copacabana. Number 7, singletus is more commonly known as hiccups. Number 8, who was given instructions to build a vessel 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high? It was Noah. Cubits, yes, Noah's Ark. Cubits is 440 foot long. Yeah, Noah's Ark. Number 9, when wishing someone luck, particularly at entertainment, they are told to break a leg. And number 10, the fashion brand D&G stands for Dolce & Gabbana. So that is all of your answers for tonight. Tot your scores up. How have you got on this evening? If you need a tie-breaking question, however, it is this. It is this. There we go. What is the current world record in seconds for the fastest single solve of a Rubik's Cube? So what is the current world record in seconds for the fastest single solve of Rubik's Cube? Nearest to it, as always, then will get that extra point, which could make all the difference. And if you still end up on a tie-breaking situation, as I always say, play rock, paper, scissors. I really enjoyed that during the book tour, doing rock, paper, scissors live. Okay, nearest to it gets the point in 3, 2, 1. 3.13 seconds. I can't solve a Rubik's Cube in about 3 months, let alone someone has got the record and solved it in 3.13 seconds. Behave. I don't buy that, personally. I mean, I read the article and still don't buy it, but yeah, 3.13 seconds. Mad. Anyway, that is it for this evening. That is your quiz all done and dusted. How did you get on? Social media post on Facebook and Instagram will be up now, so head on over there and let me know your scores. Yeah, normal service resumes next week. I'm back live on Thursday and Saturday as it stands. Like I said, there's just so many things coming up at short notice at the moment. But yeah, as it stands, I'll be with you live on Thursday and Saturday as always. Doesn't make a difference to you guys. You still get a quiz. It just means different ways of doing it. But as it stands, I'm back live with you. So yeah, head on over to the social post, let me know your scores, and I will be back next week. 2 more quizzes. See you soon. As always, take care and stay safe.